Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 8th, 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, we have great news regarding one of Barcelona's latest signings. Also, Barcelona are tracking and considering the signing of a Serie A defender. And finally, the agent of Luca Vaskovic has spoken out about Barcelona's interest. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Bo. We'll begin this video with great news, and this news is in regards to one of the most promising midfielders. Actually, I'll take that back. He's not even promising anymore because we've already seen what he's capable of. But yet, I guess I should say the future of Barcelona's midfield, which is Marc Bernal, because as you know, during the match against Athletic Club de Bilbao, during Barcelona's victory over Athletic Club de Bilbao, Marc Bernal was subbed out at the halftime. And of course, given the history of his injury where he underwent a very serious surgery to repair his torn ACL and damaged meniscus, and he was out a whole year as a result, a lot of people thought or speculated that maybe this was due to some discomfort or due to an injury. And well, I'm here to tell you that yes, it was due to discomfort, but don't worry, it has nothing to do with the player's knee, legs, or anything like that. It was simply because Marc Bernal was suffering from some stomach issues. It looks like he had some stomach trouble. He was vomiting, diarrhea, you know, all that fun stuff that comes with your stomach issues. And now what Marc Bernal was suffering from before the match. And that's why Hansi Flick only played him one half and then subbed him out. So don't worry, Marc Bernal is fully fit. He's not injured. It was just some stomach issues, and that's why he was subbed out at the halftime in Barcelona's victory over Athletic Club de Bilbao. Now on to the next bit of news, and this is another great news, and it's in regards to one of Barcelona's most recent signings, Hamza Abdelkarim, because ladies and gentlemen, the Egyptian center forward is officially back in Barcelona, and he will officially be able to play for the club. Now, Barcelona signed Hamza Abdelkarim on a loan until the end of the season with an option to buy from the Egyptian club Al Hilal during a winter transfer market. Hamza Abdelkarim, of course, is an 18-year-old center forward who's considered one of the most promising players, if not the most promising player to come out of Egypt since Mo Salah. And even though Hamza Abdelkarim did train with the club for a few weeks, he was forced to go back to Egypt because his work permit was taking too long. So he had to go back to Egypt to accelerate the process of his work permit. And well, now it's been confirmed that the Spanish authorities have finally processed all the paperwork. Hamza Abdelkarim has received his work permit, and he is now back in the city of Barcelona training with the team. So this is, of course, great news. Now, even though Hamza Abdelkarim is a Barca Athletic signing, he will not be heading to Barca Athletic now that he's back. He will be exclusively training and playing with the Juvenil A, or the under-19 youth team, because, of course, Hamza Abdelkarim has to adapt to the Barcelona style of play and to European football. And the club want him to adapt with no pressure whatsoever. So instead of putting him at Barca Athletic, where, of course, the pressure is much higher, where the expectations are much higher, they're going to place him in Juvenil A so he can train with them, play with them as he learns and adapts to the Barcelona system. Once he's fully adapted, he'll move up to the Barca Athletic. And then, of course, if he shines with Barca Athletic, we could see him getting moved up to the first team. So great news, as Hamza Abdelkarim will now be available for Juvenil A, or for Giuliano Belletti's men. Now on to the next bit of news, because ladies and gentlemen, the agent of Luca Vaskovic, Piri Zahabi, has spoken out in regards to Barcelona's interest in the Croatian center back. Now, as I told you in a previous video, Luca Vaskovic is a 19-year-old Croatian center back who's currently on loan from Tottenham Hotspur to Hoffenheim. And news broke out that Barcelona had already contacted the agent of Luca Vaskovic to attempt his signing during this summer transfer market once his loan is over and once he's back to Tottenham Hotspur. And now his agent, Piri Zahabi, who is the same agent, of course, of Robert Lewandowski and of Hansi Flick, has come out and spoken about the Barcelona's interest in the player, because, of course, he was asked, hey, what's going on with Barcelona? Are they interested in Luca Vaskovic? Is it true that they have initiated talks with you? And this is what Piri Zahabi had to say. I cannot comment at this time as the player still has a contract with Hamburg and his concentration is there. So Pini Zahabi not really giving us much about what's going on with Luca Vaskovic, just say that he cannot comment because he has a contract. But of course, some people has taken this to mean that yes, there is talks between Pini and Barcelona, because people are saying, well, if there truly was no talks, if there was no interest, Pini Zahabi was just said, he would have just said, nope, nothing going on there, done, case closed. But instead, he didn't say that. Instead, he said, I can't comment, which some people are taking that to mean that, yes, there are talks between Barcelona and Luca Vaskovic's agent, Pini Zahabi. And of course, my question to you is, what do you think is happening? Do you think there really is talk between both clubs? Do you really think it's not? What do you think Pini Zahabi's comments mean? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, they are saying that Tottenham Hotspur will be looking to charge around a minimum of 59 million euros for Luca Vaskovic, who they paid 11 million euros to Hajduk Split to sign him. So, of course, my other question will be, what do you think Barcelona should do? Do you think they should pay the 59 million euros? Let me know down below in the comment section. Now, on to the next bit of news, because speaking of defenders, it's reported that Barcelona are now considering a low-cost alternative to Bastoni to sign this summer transfer market. Now, as you know, Barcelona will be looking to sign a center forward and also a left-footed center back come the summer transfer market, with Deco's favorite option being Alessandro Bastoni. But of course, Bastoni will cost a lot of money, and it's very unlikely that Barcelona will be able to afford him. So now Barcelona are considering other alternatives, including a low-cost alternative in the Serie A, who's no other than Evan Ndicka. Now, Evan Ndicka is a 26-year-old left-footed center back who can also play as a left back and in a three-man defense. He currently plows his trade for Roma, and his contract expires in 2028, and his market value sits at 30 million euros. Now, Evan Ndicka, as confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, is being considered as a low-cost option to Bastoni, which is pretty ironic because he is a completely different profile than Bastoni, where Bastoni is more of a technical player. Evan Ndicka is more of a raw strength player that offers versatility and tactical flexibility. So if I had to describe him, I guess he's more of a Ronald Araujo versus a Pau Cuarci kind of defender. But that's the news. You guys let me know. Do you think Evan Ndicka would be a good signing? I'm not too sure because, again, Barcelona really usually shines with more technical defenders rather than more physically imposing defenders, or more like raw strength defenders. And I understand that Barcelona's financial situation makes them, consider these low-cost options. But honestly, sometimes it's better not to sign anyone rather than sign someone who doesn't really fit just because he's a cheaper option than what you actually want. Anyways, that's my opinion. You guys let me know what do you think about Evan Ndicka down below in the comment section. That is all for today. I did upload another video before this one, and I uploaded another video after this one. So 3 videos total. Did I say after this one, after this one? Well, there was a video before. There's going to be a video after. There we go. So 3 videos today. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, Visca Barça.